Welcome to my chow line. I'm Tracy Lingle. Today we're getting into creamy bacon ranch mac and cheese. It's going to be an awesome, real fast and easy. Just a little bit of bacon, ranch seasoning from Grill Your Ass Off, and mac and cheese, man. It's all good. So let's get into it. All right, one of the first things we're going to do is we're going to soften up this cream cheese. We're going to set it in the smoker and let it get smoked. I always like smoked cream cheese. It's really good with smoked salmon and stuff like that too if you're doing like a little appetizer. But I'm going to throw this in the smoker. I've got it pretty low. I'm not putting a lot of heat to it. I'm trying to just get the smoker warm before we put everything else in. You're doing all the cooking outside of this dish. Like the bacon, you're dicing it up and you're browning it off, and you know, just bacon bits. You're going to make bacon bits, and then you're going to add this to it. Your noodles, you're going to take them al dente or less, where they're still kind of firm. That way they'll be firm up for the cook process. So all right, so we're going to let that smoke for a little bit, let it get warm, get soft. We'll finish up and bring out everything else. We'll combine it and show you what it looks like. All right, so we've had our cream cheese on for a little bit. I'm gonna throw some butter in there with it. 2 blocks of cream cheese in here softening up. We're just trying to get it so that way when we go to mix this stuff together, it's nice. We've got our bacon. We've got 1.5 pounds of bacon here. We've got 3 pounds of macaroni noodles that are done to, they're soft, but they're still firm, very firm. So that way when we go to stir, we're not gonna be crushing them. They're not so soft that it comes apart. It's gonna cook some more. So even if it has some little hard spots on it, it'll be fine. We're going to be adding a lot of dairy to this, and it'll soak up some of that as well. So we'll let this soften up a little bit, and then we'll add all this stuff together. So while we're waiting on that to soften up, let's go over some of the ingredients. So of course, you know, we're going to have macaroni noodles. We're going to have extra sharp cheddar cheese. We're going to have some Gouda. We're going to have bacon. Of course, our seasonings. And the way this ranch powder works is you mix it with either goat cheese, or the way this ranch stuff works is you mix it with sour cream or Greek yogurt to get that. We're using only 1 canister of the sour cream to go with these 2 packs. There's usually 1 16-ounce per pack, but because we're adding all this other dairy, I didn't want to add more cream in it. We're going to add some half and half. Heavy whipping cream is also good. We're going to mix this half and half, and then we're also going to, since this isn't quite full anymore, I would have used a whole one. This isn't quite full. I've got some milk to add to it as well. And we got cream cheese that's on the smoker, and we got butter. And then of course our seasonings. So, and then our final thing, we'll put a layer of nice Ritz cracker crumbles on top of the mac and cheese as it bakes to brown up, and it'll give it a nice texture on the top. So it's simple ingredients. It doesn't take very long to cook. Biggest thing is getting the noodles done and getting the bacon done, and everything else is just mix, heat, and melt all the cheese. So we've softened up. I'm going to add salt, pepper, garlic, which is the platoon sergeant from Grill Your Ass Off. A good decent amount on the bottom. That'll be our base flavor for everything. Just a good all-around seasoning. We'll add a little bit of this half and half in here now. And this thing was about half full, so this is a 32 ounce, so probably about 16 ounces. Some of our noodles. These are already starting to solidify a little bit on us. I rinsed them, but apparently not enough. You want to take these almost right out of the pot, put them fresh in here. Now this is about 3 pounds. You may not need all this. For this, I'm going to probably start with that right there. We'll go ahead and break this up a little bit. You see that? We'll go ahead and start mixing this up, break it up. This is for a group. I cook most of my stuff for a group or for like we meal prep for the whole week. So, and I'm going out of town with the wife, and so the kids will be home and they'll eat this up. And this is also a good thing. If you wanted to, you could add like grilled chicken to it. You could add more bacon if you wanted to. You could add sausage to it instead of bacon, like a beef sausage if you didn't want pork. But this is a great meal, but it's very heavy and very rich. So, you know, go easy on how much you consume of this in one sitting. You'll be not liking yourself later. Add some more liquid. So now we're going to take our seasoning packs of the Grill Your Ass Off Spicy Ranch. Oh yeah. We're doing 2 packs of this. A little bit of milk. And then we're going to add our cheese here in just a second. I want to let this kind of break down a little bit, mix together on coat everything. Go ahead and add our bacon. This is about 1.5 pounds. So now we're going to add some Velveeta. I like using these sauce packs. I like the Velveeta just for the extra creaminess of it. You don't have to use this stuff. It's processed cheese. Not everybody is a fan of it. I like adding a little bit of it. I like the other cheeses too, but sometimes they're super greasy, and this processed cheese still gives you that creamy texture. I'm putting 3 of these packs in. You want to make sure you mix this up really, really good though. Otherwise you'll end up with a spot of cheese in one spot and hardly any in another. And the Gouda will go on toward the end as kind of a topper. Add a little bit of Claymore seasoning from Grill Your Ass Off, which is your Cajun seasoning. I'm going to add just a little bit to this as I mix it up, just to give it a little bit extra of a little something something. All right. Set this on the smoker again, let it warm up and let some of that stuff meld together, and then we'll stir it up again. This has been in there about 15-20 minutes now. Plenty of time for it to get nice and gooey and cheese to start melting down some. Not completely melted, but you're mainly stirring just to make sure that everything's got good coverage on it. You don't have any cheese chunks. After it's had time to soften up some, make it easier to move it around. And this Gouda is a extra smoked dried Gouda, so it's gonna have a lot more of a salty texture. So we don't need to worry about too much extra salt and pepper and all that kind of stuff in this, because between the heat from the seasonings and this cheese, it's gonna be very salty. So we're just gonna get a good coverage on it. Anytime you're using like a harder cheese, typically they got a pretty good salty texture to them, so you don't have to go so crazy with your seasonings. That's probably good. We might add a little more later on, but we're going to stick this back on the smoker, let this melt down, let this get good and warm all the way through, and then we'll add our Ritz cracker crumbles to the top, let it brown up some more, and then it'll be ready. All we're really doing is melting cheese. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and add my Ritz cracker crumble to the top. Basically just take a sleeve of Ritz crackers, crumble them up in your hand. If you have to, put them in a Ziploc bag to make it easier. If you can do it gently, sometimes you can do it without the bag ripping, and you can just do it in this. All right, one sleeve was enough. All right, we're gonna go leave that in there till it browns up on the top, and we'll be ready to serve. All right, our mac and cheese is done. So it's creamy bacon ranch mac and cheese. Smells amazing, nice and creamy. Just, man, it's getting close to Oktoberfest. It's a great side for tailgating, for parties, all that stuff, holidays. Cheers. Oktoberfest, ooh, my favorite. All right, let's get a taste of this. Oh my goodness. Oh, that is so good and creamy. Wow. And it's not spicy at all. It's got like a hint of heat, but not a ton. You could add more if you wanted to. Smokiness. Oh my goodness. You gotta try this. Check out Grill Your Ass Off ranch dressing mix. Really good. Spicy or the regular. Try this creamy bacon ranch mac and cheese at home. Oh my goodness. Like, share, subscribe. Thank you for everyone who chips in. Remember, September, this is coming out in September, so September is Suicide Awareness, Suicide Prevention Month. Don't let the hard days win. On your buddies. Bring them some mac and cheese.